Hi guys, Time here. So in the spirit of posting content as it comes to me without waiting to have a perfect setup, this is going to be one of such videos. So I stumbled across a post this morning on someone's WhatsApp status, and the person said, "Do not give your phone to a police officer. A police officer does not have the right to search your phone without a court order or a warrant, according to Section 37 of the 1999 Constitution." And I was just like I just felt, lately I've been feeling, more and more patriotic. But I just thought of that. I'm like, yeah, it's actually true. Like, a lot of Nigerians do not know these things. A lot of us don't even. And many of you have seen the Constitution. Let's start from there. A lot of us have never seen our Constitution. Majority of us do not know what the Constitution says. We believe it's meant for the lawyers and security agencies. Majority of us do not know our rights. Majority of us do not know what security officers are permitted to do within the boundaries of the law. And so we take a lot of rubbish. We take a lot of bullying, right? Because we don't know. Because knowledge is power. And I'm going to share a story with you, and that story probably, I don't know if, okay, this was meant to be short, but maybe I just post it as a full YouTube video, and I'm going to share the story with you. So sometime back in, I think about 2 years ago, yes, that should be like 2023 ish, yes, 2023, 2 years ago, my family and I, we were on our way out. We were going to see a family friend, or a family member actually. And so my dad, my mom, three of us, I and my siblings, were in the back seat. And as we were going, there was traffic, terrible traffic on the road. And then we got to a point and we saw that the road had been, I don't know whether there was like some form of construction or whatever going on, but the road had been blocked. And the only place available for cars to pass was the BRT lane. Now, everybody knows that you are not meant to pass the BRT lane, right? But that was the only place, like the road that had been blocked, the major road that had been blocked, there was no other place to pass, and we couldn't turn back because it was a one-way, this thing was a one-way road. And so we were going on the BRT. I mean, every other car started going on the BRT lane. And so it's like, okay, everybody's going on the BRT lane. And usually, in cases like this is where security agents are meant to come out and control traffic. They're meant to come out and guide us and help us out. Like, oh, there's traffic here. Cars cannot pass, but everybody can pass here. So everybody can go this way, and then they would direct us, just for the sake of what was going, for the sake of the situation that we found ourselves in. But guess what happened? Cars started going on the BRT lane. Everybody was going, downfall buses, private cars, all of that, we were all going. And then we got to the, we were on the BRT lane, and all of a sudden, these police officers just jumped out at us, like, and it's like, Oga Park, Oga Park, Oga Park. What's happening? So that's how they stopped our car. My dad was one driving. They stopped our vehicle. And other people. Now, this is the strange thing. They stopped our vehicle, but other cars were going. So right as they were parking us, downfall buses were going freely. Nobody stopped them. Some small cars, like what you call a small car in Nigeria, were going. Nobody stopped them. My dad was driving a Lexus, which you can consider, a little bit big, right? But other cars were going, and they weren't stopping them. Then they stopped ours. Then I noticed they stopped a car before our own. That one was an Highlander Jeep. Okay, so they were stopping only Jeep cars. Then another car came after our own, also a Jeep. They stopped that one. But small cars were passing. They did not stop them. So I was very confused. I was like, what is going on? That's how this security personnel started saying, you pass BRT lane. This. You are going to tow your vehicle. Eh? So my dad, got down and began to, maybe that was even the first mistake, began to try to talk to them like, okay, please, normal Nigerian stuff. You want to beg them or even bribe them so that they can let you go. Because everybody knows that once they take you to their station, you are not getting out until you drop a substantive amount. Until you drop a good amount. Your pocket will feel it. Everybody knows. Like, it's a rule. Like, anything that will make them tow your vehicle, avoid it. Anything that will make them take you to their station, avoid it. Because once you get in there, right, they close their gates, and before you can go, you have to settle every single police officer in that station before you can leave. And it's so bad because it's like, if I have truly committed a crime, give me a ticket or take me to the station. Follow due process. Follow the law. I will not complain. I will not complain. Follow the law. If you are following the law, I will know that, oh yes, I erred and this is what I deserve. And you tell me, oh, according to the law, you are supposed to pay a fine of so amount. Because I know that I broke the law and I know that it is written in the law, I won't complain. I'll just go ahead and pay it. But knowing that you are not going to follow the law when you take me to your station, and you are going to extract a huge amount of money from me that I do not have, that is what leads to bribery in the first place. Because when people know and you think about the wahala and you're like, hey, how would I get out today? Literally, these people sometimes take people's vehicles, refuse to return to the owners, and auction it. They auction people's cars. And they auction it at ridiculous amounts of money. And everybody knows how expensive cars are in Nigeria right now. So when you think of that, you just be like, please, let me just beg them here now and bribe them so that they can let me go. So it's a vicious cycle that keeps going round and round because you don't want to get caught. You don't want to enter that kind of problem. Then you bribe them. But bribing them enables them. So this pattern, these things that we're complaining about, does not stop. It keeps going on and on and on because nobody is willing to stand for justice, to say, no, this is not right. This is what we should be doing. And so, my dad started begging, talking to them. And they were like, no. We are going to carry this vehicle. And then my mom, initially was like, she was looking at what was going on. My siblings and I, as at the time I was, in my 20s, I think my sister was like 19 or thereabouts. My brother, teenager. And so we were just looking. And I wasn't even feeling fine that day. And I was just like, nope, they are not going to tow this vehicle. Not on our watch. Tow our vehicle for what exactly? Not on our watch. You guys saw the traffic, did not help out, saw the roadblock. Instead of doing your job, you waited and made sure that people pass that place so that you can now apprehend them and extract money from them. I was like, no, this is not going to happen on my watch. And I thank God for my siblings because they are they are just like me. So my brother and my sister were like, nope, this is not happening. So my brother started praying in the car. I was like, shake it. I was like, okay, good. Because we do need some spiritual backing because these people get crazy sometimes. And then my sister happens to be a law student, by the way, was like, no, this is wrong. According to the law, blah, 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 blah. You can't tow our vehicle. This. And then initially, we were seated inside. My dad was like, we should not get down. So we're looking. Then at some point, this security man, so something just said, remove the car key. from the ignition, because my dad had left it in the ignition. And my sister just, she took the car key and she removed it. And I think she put it in her bra or something. She was like, at least they shall not try to manhandle me and touch my bra. So she put it in her bra. And then this police officer, the next thing we know, barely few seconds after she removed the car key, this policeman jumps into the vehicle, into the front seat. Meanwhile, my dad is still standing outside, talking to the oga. Jumps into the front seat and wants to start the car with us in the back seat. And we're just looking at it like, excuse me, sir, what is going on? Like, even if you are going to tow a vehicle, you should bring your towing vehicle to tow it, not try to drive our car. Where do you want to drive us to? With people's children, 3 children, and their father is outside, their mom is outside, and their children are in the car in the back seat, and you just jump in, and the next thing you want to start the car and begin to move the car to take us to where? Let's imagine that we weren't even as old as we were. Maybe we were like very small, like 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds. Where are you taking us to? Is that not kidnapping behavior? And so, yeah, I was just going to see. You cannot exist without God in this country, to be honest, because a lot of crazy things are going on. And so we're, in the vehicle, and then the man enters and realizes that, oh, the key is not in the ignition. And then, he starts shouting, where is the key? Where is the key? My siblings and I were just looking at him. Where is the key? Where is the key? Who removed the key? We're looking at him. He said, one of you must have removed the key. Give me the car key now. Give me the key, Nikon. None of us answered him. We were just looking. We didn't say anything. So he got down. He started shouting at my dad. This. Okay, for this thing that you have done, your children, you remove the key, Abi. This one. I will make sure that you get to our station. I will make sure that you... So things now escalated because he was now very angry. So my dad was trying to beg him. My dad entered the car. My dad was like, we should give him the key. We told my dad that incident was one of the few times why I can say I looked my dad in the eye to say, no, sir. On this one, no, sir. This one cannot work. I honor you. I respect you. When we get home, you can still scold me. But this one, no, sir. We are not doing that. I said, Daddy, we cannot give him the key. My sister said, Daddy, I'm a law student. You did not send me to school for nothing. It is wrong. He cannot have our key. Our key for what? It's our private property. Where is his warrant? Our key for what? Even abroad, if you commit a crime, right? If you maybe overspeed or do something wrong or pass the wrong place, nobody's collecting your key. Nobody's towing your car. Worst comes to worst, they give you a ticket that you have to pay. Nobody's doing that. We are not adding criminals. You did not find a dead body in our boots. So why should I give you my key? Where are you taking the car to? With my children inside. That day we told my daddy, Daddy, I'm sorry, but we cannot give him the key. So my dad got down. And then at that point, my mom too was talking, trying to talk to the Oga that, Oga, what did we even do? This. At that point, I had it up to here. My sister was with the key. So I got down. And then I started talking to the man. I was like, sir, what did we do? Like, look at this. Mind you, when all this was going on, other cars were still passing with that same BRT lane. And they did not pull them over. But no, it's our own. I said, Oga, other cars are passing. You are not doing anything to them. You are not stopping them. Why is it only our own car that is stopped? Why can they go and we cannot go? What is so special about our own? I said, okay, because you seen that na Jeep with they drive Abi and other people they drive small car. Downfall they go. Small car they go. You know stop their own now. Our own you stop. Because you won't collect money Abi. So right then the man got angry, started shouting. He said, no be you I dey follow talk. Na your papa I dey follow talk. When adults dey talk, pikin no dey talk. I should go and sit down. I should keep quiet. I should this. My dad was trying to tell me that, oh, I should calm down. I was like, no, sir. And he said, this matter today, not after what happened in NSAS. Never. Not after what happened. Will I watch and allow myself and my family members become victims when I know that this is wrong? Because it is when we keep quiet that these things keep thriving. I said, no, sir. Mi ò lè dákẹ́ o. No. So the man kept talking, kept saying different things, kept shouting. My sister now got down. My sister, began to start the law, kinikon, section this. And I think that was one of the things that really helped us, that the fact that we had someone that was confident, that could quote the law, that could say, this is what the law says. This. You have no right to this. You have no right to that. Blah, blah, blah. She was talking. She was dishing out all the law. The man was like, I know they follow you pikin talk. Now your papa, they follow talk. Go and sit down. Go and can you come? My sister said, no, I'm not going to sit down, Mr. Man. You will talk to us, because when you wanted to enter and carry the car, you wanted to carry all of us. So you cannot tell me to keep quiet. The man was getting angry. My sister was talking. I was talking. The next thing was, the man switched. I started saying, Oga, turned to my dad and said, Oga, see the children that you raised. Okay, your children, they don't get respect. They don't get respect for elders. And see, why I believe that respect is important. I'm never one that would dishonor an elder, to be honest. My parents or not my parents, I'm never one that would look at an elderly person and just talk to them anyhow. I would avoid an altercation by all means, because I believe that we should respect our elders. But we cannot continue to run a country where when we try to hold people in power accountable for not doing their jobs right, the next thing is that they pull out the respect card, start saying, you don't have respect. You shouldn't talk to an elder that way. But sir, are you doing your job? You are taking bribes. Are you doing your job? You are molesting young people. Are you doing your job? You are in leadership. You are corrupt. You are siphoning funds. And people are demanding accountability from you because we voted you in. That is your responsibility and your duty to us. You are not our father. You are an elected official. Regardless of your age, you have a duty and a responsibility to be accountable to us, the people of Nigeria, who voted you in. So when we demand such accountability, and the next thing that comes out of your mouth is you don't have respect, or you shouldn't talk to your elders that way, it tells us what we need to know. You are not doing your job. You are guilty of whatever it is that we are accusing you of. Because if you were not guilty, you will bring out the receipts. You will bring out the evidence that, oh yes, this thing you are saying, no. Look at the records. This is what I did. No, I didn't do that thing you're accusing me of. You will not use the respect card. You will not go and switch and start saying, oh, we don't have respect. Oh, we don't this. We shouldn't talk to our kini. Is this how we talk to our fathers? With all due respect, sir, you are not my father. You are not. My father wouldn't do what you are doing. So you are not my father. If you were my father, you would care about me. If you were my father and I were your child, you would not cheat me. You would not oppress me. You would not suppress me. If the youth of Nigeria were indeed your children, if you truly see us as your children, you will not be sending your own biological children abroad to study, siphoning our funds while our own education sector is struggling, while we are spending 7-8 years in school for 4-year, 5-year courses because you are not paying as to what you promised them. Doctors will not be going on strike, and Nigerians are dying because there's no doctor, there's no medical attention, there's nobody to attend to them when they go to the hospital, or when they even go and doctors are attending. Healthcare is so expensive, the common man cannot afford it. Yet you travel abroad, you fly out your own family abroad. If we were indeed your children, you would not treat us this way. So when we demand accountability from you as an elected official, do not come and say you don't have respect. Don't talk to us that way because we are your fathers. You are not our fathers. You are not. No father treats his children that way. No father. And so that day, the man started saying, trying to put the respect. And Yorubas now, how parents can get, there's that ego thing. You want to show that, oh, you're in control of your children. So I started talking to my dad that, oh, my dad has no control over us. See how his children are talking. He can't even curtail us. He can't even tell us to keep our mouth shut. He's letting them talk to an elder like that. And the more he kept saying, the more we kept talking, because we are like, you are not using that card. That is not working here. And then the climax of it all, started cursing us. And a security agent in uniform started cursing us, citizens of the nation that he swore to protect. Started cursing I and my siblings. Started saying, oh, that this is, why they don't make it, even our money by one, they show you. For those that don't understand Yoruba, it means these your children, they cannot make it, they cannot be fortunate in life. So this is why bad things happen to them, or why they get killed. He was saying all of that. And at that point, my mom, who had been still trying to be calm, trying to talk with the other, my mom, she balanced. At that point, she got angry. She was like, eh? Because my mom is a mama bear. Like, don't talk about her children that way. She can play with any other thing, but you see her children, don't play with her children. Don't play with any woman's children. In fact, that you will see a side of them that you did not even know existed. See how I'm dropping gems in this video. You guys should be picking all these lessons that but basically my mom got angry. And so at that point, my mom was like, how dare you say that about my children? For what? Who are you to tell me that my children will not succeed, that my children will get killed, that my children... So my mom now faced him and started talking to him that you that are saying it is your own children, your own generation. My mom now started talking. She got angry. She started shouting. She started shouting so much that some other police officers that were at the other side, that did not know what was going on, had to come over and be like, madam, what is going on? So as my mom started shouting and talking, imagine he's cursing my children, he's saying this, he's skinny, he wants to collect bribe from us, he wants to this. Hey, as my mommy started shouting like this, my dears, at the end of the day, they were the ones begging my mom. All of them, including the man himself, they were the ones who started begging my mom. Madam, no, that's not what he meant. Madam, hey, we are sorry. We're not sure my son come in. Madam, they started begging my mom. They started begging her. When they saw that this matter, they're like, oh, Emma, law. They're like, okay, they move Emma, say, it cause traffic. Now you know, say they cause traffic. You know, say they cause traffic before. That was when they allowed us to go. That was how we went that day, without paying a dime. But this thing only happened because, number one, we knew our rights. Number two, we insisted on it. We did not allow ourselves to be victimized. Number three, because we were many. Because if it were only me in that car that day, or only my dad, or only one of us, I don't know what would have happened. I don't know if, if the person would have been able to go like we did. Only God knows what would have happened. We've had situations where people are driving, a police officer just brought out his gun because of, things like this, just shot the pregnant wife of the man, and they get away with it and nothing happens. Even when something happens, can it bring back the life of the dead? But because we were many, we were 5 in that car that day. And the 5 of us were able to stand and say, no, we are not following you to your station. And we kept our key. We are not releasing our key to you. If you want to tow us, bring your towing vehicle and tow the car. But you are not driving this car. We were able to stand and say, we are not giving you any bribe either. Because we've not done anything wrong. You are the ones not doing your job. Because we all stood. Because we were united. The problems of this nation will only end when Nigerians can come together, regardless of tribe, regardless of religion. Where something will happen and we will say, na so dem dey do that side, na so Yoruba people dey do, na so Igbo people dey do, all this Hausa sef. When we come together and stop saying things like that, when we want to elect officials into public office and we elect based on merit, based on character, based on their track record, not based on it's from my tribe, she's from my tribe, our local. We be having only Hausa. We be having only Igbo. Now it's time for Yoruba. I'm Yoruba. Oh. I'm Yoruba. But one of the biggest mistakes we made in this country was voting someone that was not competent and someone that was not deserving as president just because it's from a particular tribe. That is one of the worst mistakes we have made in this country. And yes, I will say it. We all know it. That's one of the worst mistakes we made. Because it's Yoruba. Because it's this. Miloko, please. Since when did becoming president become a reward? It's not supposed to be a reward. Public offices are not meant to be rewards. Somebody becoming a governor is not meant to be a reward. Because it is work. Anyone going into power with true intent knows that they are going in there to serve, not to be served, not to steal. They are going there to serve. It is work. Nothing should drive a good politician with a good heart for the people to run for an office other than the fact that he has a passion to see things change. Anyone that has ever been in a particular office before, I mean any political position, and actually worked and served well, if you ask them genuinely, they most likely will not want to come back if you give them the opportunity, because they know that it is actually work. So if you see anybody rerunning or coming back and is doing it genuinely, the only reason why that person can be doing such is because they have a genuine passion to see things change, and they just cannot sit by and watch things, continue the way they are when they have the power to make that change. Other than that, if anybody is coming into office for any other motive other than that, they are not there to serve. They are not. And this is the result. Look at what is going on in Nigeria now. People being killed by their numbers every day. And the government is even denying it. Until Trump came and issued a threat, none of our leaders said anything. None of our media houses said anything. Everybody was silent, acting like nothing was going on. And even when Trump, issued this threat or warning or whatever you want to call it, they were still denying it. They were still denying it. A whole brigadier general was killed on camera for the whole world to see. What a disgrace. What a shame. In a federation like ours, what a shame. Are you telling me that the Nigerian army cannot clear out these bandits? This is the Nigerian army we are talking about, though. Go and read our history. Go and read our history and see how many wars Nigerian army are fought in and won. When other African countries are having problems, they run to us. They run to the Nigerian army to help them. But now look at what a mess we have become. This video is already getting too long. But I just came here to share with us this morning. As I saw that post, it sparked something within me. I was like, yes, we need to keep saying these things. By the time more of us stand up to say no, we are not accepting this, That is when we will see a change. But if you are somebody and you always bribe your way for everything, you are part of the problem. You are part of the problem, because you are making things harder for the rest of the country. You are making things difficult for the rest of us. The rest of us are just trying to survive. You are making things hard for us, oh, because you are the one. You are aiding and abetting these crimes. Some of you get to a checkpoint. They've not even accused you of anything. Police officer has not said anything. You've already put her inside your pocket. Why? Why? It's bad. I have a lot to say, but I'll end here for today. It is well. Be well. God bless you. Do better. Nigerians, do better.